Mr. Müller, you're a member of the new Deutz board, is okay. And so you launched a strategy called Dual Plus, which anticipated current trends, basically. Can you tell us something more about Dual Plus, what it means for Deutz and the off-highway OEMs?
Yeah. So Dual Plus means for us that we are committed for the combustion engine, that we have today and tomorrow the clarity for our customers, that combustion engine technology remains to our portfolio, because we absolutely believe that this technology will play a longer role than some expect today, especially we are in the off-highway business for the big machines towards higher power ratings. So therefore we will invest in performance, we will invest in alternative fuels. And that is the classic part. The other part is Deutz Solutions. We just renamed it. It was in the past Deutz Green.
Of course.
But since we developed the company towards energy, new technology, so we named it beyond the classic business, it's Deutz Solutions. And here we look towards alternative drivetrains, as I just mentioned, investments beyond the classic engine as a genset business, but maybe we talk about this later. And the big plus in our strategy is the service. So that is the place where we have a good development over the last years and where we earn the money to fund also our journey for the investments.
So just say later is now, because we're just talking about the TCG 7.8 hydrogen version. So it's still working in China, in Beijing. With the magic wand, we assume we have created the H infrastructure. That's the big problem. Big problem, in particular in Europe, in particular in Italy. Anyway, we would supply the H propulsion systems to both IC and fuel cells.
So we follow a technology open approach. So we look in fuel cells, and for sure our core competence is combustion engines. And both technology in common is that they need hydrogen, we need the infrastructure, as you rightly say, and we need the tank. So if you compare then a combustion engine with a fuel cell, we believe for the moment there are much more arguments to promote the hydrogen combustion engine than the fuel cell. This technology is well proven, it's robust, we have the service network, we have the installed capacities, so people know how to deal with a combustion engine, and it's CO2 free.
Deutz is usually informs us, updates us, maybe in the journalist about every quarter, so you're perfectly transparent. So some insights from the cost-cutting program that is necessary is a situation that we are all around Europe, and not just Europe.
Yeah. No, you are fully right. So also Deutz face the market slow down significantly. So it's the market is down by 20 to 30%. So, and that is also the reason that we came out with a profit warning. And for Q4, we also started cost-cutting programs. So in total, we want to reduce costs by 50 million. But this year, we want to achieve minimum 10 to 15 million euro as an answer on this slow market development we have right now. Cost-cutting programs are also painful in different areas. But I would just agree, it's not similar to what we read right now in the newspaper with big passenger car manufacturers.
Fine. Okay, I call it food for thought. With the acquisition of Blue Star, Deutz became also a little bit captive. That is a big news. What does the agreement with Daimler mean, starting in 2028?
So let's start with the Blue Star acquisition. So Deutz sells over the last years engines to genset manufacturers. But we decided to become a genset OEM because we believe fully that the genset industry will play a major role in the energy transition in future. So, and with the acquisition of Blue Star, that is in the US, that is our first nucleus, and our target is to grow towards 500 million euro in 2030. You ask about the Daimler partnership. We published the partnership with Daimler Truck that was targeted for 28 and beyond, where we take over the complete IP of the MDEC platform, and we have exclusive rights for selling heavy-duty engines in the off-highway area. The missing puzzle piece was, what about the time between now and 28? So, and therefore, you may have seen that we had a closing also August this year, with Rolls-Royce Power Systems, where we took over this business from 1st of August already. So we have a new customer base where we are super proud of. It's public, it's a revenue of about 300 million euro we can add to our business. And yeah, that is our future portfolio in the medium and heavy duty range. Follows our strategy. We want to play a major role in the market consolidation. We want to grow towards higher power categories. And it was for us the question, facing the future, upcoming CO2 regulations, or we briefly touched it, maybe a new emission stage. This technology setup this engine has already will bring us in a situation that we improve our engine portfolio significantly.
I asked engineer, the member of the board, engineer Markus Müller, how Deutz approach to electrification changes after the sale of Torqeedo.
Yeah, so it's an exciting journey. I think we are all in the same situation. People invest in alternative technologies. We all want to become climate neutral, but it's a journey. So, and we invested in Torqeedo in order to push our electrification strategy. And after 5-6 years, we did a re-analysis, a review of the situation, because the main target was that we gain system competence for high voltage and that we get at that time access to batteries. Torqeedo had access to BMW batteries, and it was not our target that we become a market player in the marine business for electrified drivetrains. So, and therefore, Torqeedo is sold now to Yamaha in very good hands. They are experts in the marine business. So, and I think that was a good situation to clean up also our portfolio. Today we have all necessary core competences on board to manage, and we also demonstrated here on the EIMA. You see a full high voltage system here displayed. So the core competences are available now.
It perfectly makes sense. So, okay, what technological scenarios are opening up in the light of the deep crisis in the automotive sector that we just mentioned, which is particularly severe in Germany, that's the leader of the industrial supply chain? So
I think it's a challenge for the entire industry in the transition where we are in. So typically we also try to get access to the suppliers which have business in the truck or in the passenger car, in Europe especially. So, and with this business where we have to shift towards electrification, so we see more and more that our stable supply chain seems not to be resilient as it was in the past. So therefore, we have a lot of efforts together with our procurement teams to set up a resilient strategy, which goes then more towards India, towards China, that we should ensure that we have also tomorrow parts available.
Oh, of course. So, finally, talking about aftermarket, that is very crucial and important asset. Can you explain Deutz dealer policy after the various acquisitions, starting from IML in Italy, after Diesel Motor Nording and BTH Fast?
Yeah. So as I said, in our Dual Plus strategy, the service is the big plus. And here we want to grow towards 1 billion revenue in 2030. And part of this journey is, honestly, for sure, we will grow organically, but also inorganically. And therefore, we have clear targets. What is necessary that we do an acquisition of a service partner, minimum revenue, amount of service technicians. So, and for sure, it must fit to our footprint in this area. Where do we have white spots today? So, and therefore, you will see also more in future from us that we take over partners in order to improve the service for our customers, to help them as fast as possible.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a useful stay behind the booth and the stand in EIMA International.
Yeah, thank you, Fabio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.